speaking of awkward and horrible, this is, I don't know if you saw. So Tim Walz' son, let's play this, was very proud of his father, and it was beautiful.
Experienced the hell that is infertility. I guarantee you, you know somebody who has. And I can remember praying each night for a phone call. The pit in your stomach when the phone had rang, and the absolute agony when we heard the treatments hadn't worked. It took Gwen and I years, but we had access to fertility treatments. And when our daughter was born, we named her Hope. Hope, Gus, and Gwen, you are my entire world, and I love you.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I'm letting you in on how we started a family, because this is a big part about what this election is about. Freedom.
So, of course, when I saw that, I thought it was touching and beautiful, and I don't know if anyone couldn't cry seeing that. His heartfelt and sincere emotion and pride. That's my dad. But, of course, any heartfelt and sincere emotion is fodder for the maggots, because they love Jesus, I guess. Just like the Savior they pretend to worship told them. There's something really fundamentally wrong with the Republicans. And they came out of the woodwork attacking Gus Walz, and Coulter tweeted saying, "Talk about weird." They're very triggered by the word weird, that they've been, called out for being weird. Stop being weird. Stop stalking people out of, outside of bathrooms. People who don't like being called weird shouldn't hang out outside of gender-neutral bathrooms, going in one by one and giggling and laughing like 2-year-olds about people's pee-pees, Dinesh D'Souza tweeted, "The kid might have mental problems, but he's acting like Tim Walz, so what's the excuse?" Jesus Christ. They don't know what to do about Tim Walz, do they? Just like they don't know they don't know what to do about anything. Anyone or anything who's decent. Decency is very confusing to them. It's very triggering to them. Terry Schilling of the American Principles Project mocked Gus Walz, apparently, he said, for wearing eyeliner. Have they seen J.D. Vance? He wears eyeliner, J.D. Vance. Alex Lace, a right-wing podcaster, said, "Get the kid a tampon already." Get the kid a tampon? Because, leave it to a Republican to be not only horrible, but also misogynist. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Because they got to cover all the bases of being horrible. Ugly, inhumane, misogynist. It's all rolled up together, but they can't help it. It's like, I find it funny because we've on the show, as I'm doing the show, we've had it before. Trolls come in here, they'll insult me or whatever, or try to, because I don't get insulted by them. When a Republican tries to insult me, it's really it's a mark that I'm doing it correctly, So somebody came on here once and they were like, "You're really," something, they called me basically a trans woman, saying, you're pretty for a trans woman, something like that, which is so disgusting. And but they think it's disgusting because they're horrible, as if trans women aren't pretty and I should be insulted and we should, trans people are to be mocked, that kind of thing, and it goes to show you who they are, that they are filled with hate. Simply filled with hate for other people. And what a fucking waste of life that is. They don't have to be like that. You understand? They don't. Get a life, Leave other people alone. Mind your own business. Stop hating. What is wrong with you? There's so many other ways to spend the day. There's so many things that you could spend your time doing that are life affirming, helping people. Right? Go do something. Go feed the homeless or hungry, whatever. Help people. You'll see how much better you feel. But they go on the internet and they take this window onto the whole world, and that's the best they have to offer. Hate, division, attacking people's looks, with attacking their identity. They're making sure we all know who's on the inside, who's on the outside, what's to be mocked. What's weak. There's nothing more weak than them, than traitor Trump. He is the weakest, little, fragile, littlest of all bitches going. He is the weakest, little, fragile, disgusting parasite. He really is. He's not strong. He's not tough. He's not anything to be admired. That's for sure. He's small. He's fragile. It's not courageous. And then they attack Gus Walz for having pride and loving his father and having the courage to show it. And what's their excuse? I was trying to find this image. I know it's somewhere, but I couldn't find it. It was Donald Trump Jr. and his whatever, the sperm donor, Trader Trump, standing there a foot apart with their fucking thumbs up in the air. Not even, there's no warmth between them at all. There's no camaraderie. There's no love there. Thumbs up, thumbs up. And I think we talked about it on the show before, that photo, because it's just so awkward. And yes, it's weird. It's effing weird. What's not weird is Gus Walz. That's beautiful. His relationship, his pride in his father, and his feeling safe enough to show that emotion. And that's courage. You show it anyway, in spite of the fact that Ann Coulter and Dinesh D'Souza and Terry Schilling, these horrible, horrible people, are going to have some negative thing to say about it. Alex Lace, get that kid a tampon because she's supposed to be a girl and girls supposed to be weak? And weak people cry? Is that it? Alex Lace, the weakest little tiniest bitch on the planet? These people are always crying about how everything's unfair, right? It's all unfair. He was picking on them. Huh. These are the weakest little bitches. Just to finish up some of these tweets or whatever, some of the Republican disgusting response. Mike Crispy, a Trump ally, called Gus Walz a beta bitch. Oh no. There's nothing more beta bitchy than a Trumpanzee. Really. Right? I mean, these are grifters. I mean, these are dupes that worship a grifter. That buy NFTs from a con man. Who hates their fucking guts, by the way. He hates them. As we know. We know this. Those who worked in Trader Trump's administration, the one who've seen the light, the Republicans who are Republicans. You know, they're not completely immoral and disgusting and treasonous. They've told us. Just like when, I think, who was it? It was during the DNC. Stephanie Grisham, right? She had the texts from trophy wife number 3 saying, should we release a statement saying that all Americans have the right to peaceful protest, but violence is never acceptable? No. She didn't say no to the nude photo shoot, but okay. She said no to violence. She said no to saying no to violence, but not to the nude lesbian photo shoot. Okay. Hey, I got nothing wrong with that, but that's their great first lady. Imagine, if you will. Take a trip into the Imagine land if Michelle Obama did a nude lesbian photo shoot. What do you think Republicans would say? Okay, I'll give you a minute to think about that.